Alright guys, welcome to a new video on the channel. As you can see here, we have Fiendsmith cards on the field, on the board, on the mat. And what we'll do here in this video is that I am going to show you a version of Fiendsmith that I think is superior to most Fiendsmith builds, like pure Fiendsmith versions, okay? And I also want to show you a combo that ends on a lot if you go uninterrupted. And it's a one-card combo. So I want to show you this. And I also want to go over some combos that you already know, but mostly just the one combo with the double Deathery and the Caesar on the board, with just one engraver in hand, and a normal summon. But yeah, I want to show you this because I think it's always important to remember that Fiendsmith is not that, and show you what these cards can still do if you play them in the correct order. Anyways, let me get these cards together here. And then we will start with, just as a refresh, the Deathery combo that we do with one engraver and a single normal summon. So what you do here is you end on the Caesar plus a Deathery. Albeit you don't make the Deathery in your turn, but in the opponent draw phase, or in the opponent turn in general, via Lacrima and Agnum Day. So we use the effect of engraver to get the Fiendsmith Tract. And then we use the effect of Fiendsmith Tract to get the Favored Lurry. And then we discard the Favored Lurry, use the effect, special summon the Favored Lurry. And then the Lurry will link off into the Fiendsmith Requiem. And then we use the effect of the Requiem to special summon the Lacrima from the deck. So what we're going to do here is we use the effect of Lacrima and dump another engraver in the graveyard. This is going to be very important for the amount of light fiend that we have in the graveyard. So instead of using the engraver now to make the sequence, we just use any hand trap as normal summon. If you play a pure Fiendsmith build, you are very familiar with the concept of just normal summoning a hand trap. Back then we did this with Moon of the Closed Heaven. Now we don't have that anymore, but it's still very fine because you can make any of the links with one light fiend and any other monster, because we need like two monsters, like Agnum Day for example, we need 2+ monsters, and it includes Light Fiend. And the same goes for Sequence, what we're going to do now. And then you use the effect of Sequence, shuffling back the one engraver that you milled, the Requiem and the Lurry. Our graveyard will be the normal summon, the Tract, and the engraver that we have not used in the graveyard yet, plus the Lacrima. It's very important that we keep these there, and then we shuffle these into the deck and this into the extra deck, and we are going to special summon the Deathery. And now we are going to link off these two into the Agnum Day, and then the Agnum Day is going to use its effect and special summon the Deathery. And with this we are just going to contact fuse into a Necrocrypt Princess, and then we can use the engraver in the graveyard to shuffle back the Sequence, because you need these three to special summon the opponent turn. So we shuffle back the Sequence, and the engraver is here now. The good part about this combo is that in no point the enemy had a good usage for the Nibiru, the Primite being. So if they want to do it now, then they will do it, but then you still have the Lacrima Agnum Day set up. So with this you make the DD Highway Caesar, and then on the opponent turn you can use the effect of Lacrima, shuffle back special summoning Agnum Day, and then use the effect of Agnum Day and targeting Deathery to special summon. So now you have Caesar plus Deathery, which is still very strong regarding the fact that this is a one-card combo. Obviously it needs a normal summon, but this does not really need a normal summon per se. It's literally just anybody. Like any fucking body does this. Alright, so this is a basic combo that you should know if you play Fiendsmith, but there are obviously combos that are a little bit stronger in my opinion. So we're going to go through these really quick. So the first one, I mean, it's going to be one combo, but with two different starters. So I'm going to do the normal starter with Tract, and also we are going to use a discard, which is Nibiru, and also the normal summon with Stroll. So how this works is you can also do this with a single Tract and random discard, but with a normal summon this gets a lot stronger. And a lot more resilient, and I'll show you why. So I'm not going to bother doing the combo without normal summon, because you can just see what it does without normal summon. If I do normal summon, you'll see it. We go Tract, we add the Favored Lurry, and we discard the Favored Lurry, use its effect, special summon. And then we use the Favored Lurry, special summoning the Requiem, and then the Requiem is going to special summon the Lacrima. Everything is normal up until this point, because we are going to use the Lacrima to dump Fiendsmith Kyrie into the graveyard. So you see no trace of Engraver here, but do not worry, Engraver will come. So we use the effect of Requiem to attach to the Lacrima, but instead of doing Necro Crypt now, we are going to use Fiendsmith Kyrie. So what Fiendsmith Kyrie does is you can banish it in the graveyard to perform a fusion summon by using Light Fiend monsters you control, but also that are equipped in the spell trap zone, which means that you can use this Requiem and this Lacrima to make the fusion Lacrima, which is well, a monster D2 Light Fiend, which those two are, and then you use this effect to special summon the Lacrima. This is a point where you normal summon any hand trap. Reason being that you can you want to leave one Light Fiend on the board, which does have to be another Light Fiend than the Lacrima. So you normal summon these, this is any hand trap, make the sequence, and then you can also burn the opponent if you really want to. You can use the Lacrima effect, shuffle back the Fabled Larry, to burn the opponent. I'll not be doing that now because it's, you know, not really that mandatory. But you use the sequence now to perform a fusion summon. But now you may be asking, well, we don't have Engraver here. How the fuck do we do the Deadery? Well, we don't. We are going to use these two for Fiendsmith Rectremende. And what Rectremende does is on summon, for cost, he pitches a card. And then you can dump any Fiendsmith card, Fiendsmith monster, from the extra deck or deck to the graveyard. And this is where the Engraver get dumped to the graveyard. And what happened now is that Rectremende also has a second effect, which is that if he gets sent to the graveyard, which we're going to do by doing the Arkham Day, he can target a Fiendsmith card in the graveyard or banishment, add it back to the hand. So this is where we'll be using the Rectremende effect to grab back the Engraver. Now you got the Engraver access, and because we used a random body that we normal summon, for example, here, it can also be a special summon, doesn't matter. We have another Light Fiend on the board. What does this do? Well, it's very easy. If we do not have this Light Fiend, then we would obviously use the Arkham Day, special summon anything. We would go into Necro Crypt, and then use the effect of Engraver, and then using Engraver in the graveyard, and then we have Caesar plus Rectremende. Well, by having the random body here, that we linked off to make the sequence, we do have one Light Fiend on the board. So we can use the effect of sequence to equip to Lacrima, make a contact fusion for the Necro Crypt Princess, and now we can use the effect of Engraver in hand, and we're going to search Fiendsmith in Paradise. This is something that usually does not get searched. Then you use the effect of Necro Crypt to draw a random card, and with this we can now use the effect of Engraver, shuffling back the sequence to threaten the Nibiru, because at no other point before you threaten Nibiru. So now we make the DD Highway King Caesar, and what happened now is that now you are protected from Nip, so you can use the effect of Arkham Day, targeting the Rectremende. And what this does is essentially that if you've set Fiendsmith in Paradise, it has a very specific effect. I'll put Fiendsmith in Paradise somewhere here in the video, so you can read it too. But essentially, you can target level 7 or higher Light Fiend that you control, and you send all cards except this targeted card on the graveyard. Also from your opponent, obviously, and from you. So with this board, we do have 2 summon negate, which she always does, and then we have this board wipe. By the way, this Rectremende it's not affected by anything as long as it's equipped to the Arkham Day. So the enemy has to pop this Arkham Day somehow, but then he still has to deal with the Paradise. And it's very hard to bite through this board because this 2 summon negate already make it hard for the opponent to play, but then you also have to deal with the entire board wipe. And this is where our normal summon comes in very handy, because, well, let's say they use like Rahu Draco Tail, and then they use Ketu Draco Tail, and then they still have a way to push board, and they see, okay, they negated my activation of Rahu, so I can just activate it again. So they go like 5 mana. 5 mana dump Mululu, or like Mululu, Pan, whatever. Then Pan pops the Caesar, Mululu negates this, but it cannot be, it's unaffected. And then they set Horn, or Sting, or Flame, doesn't matter, and the other Rahu. And at this point you know, okay, your opponent doesn't really have anything anymore. You're going to use Fiendsmith in Paradise. And then you target the Rectremende, everything else gets sent, so even the Rahu and whatever else they have, Tatamonta, whatever. And from this point onward, if they can still push through, then you have the graveyard effect of Fiendsmith in Paradise that you know very, very well, which will put the Deathery into the graveyard. And now we can use the effect of Deathery, and we can shuffle back, for example, the Fabled Lurry here, and to send any card that the enemy controls to the graveyard. So even after all of that, you still have more interruptions left. And then, if they get rid of the Rex Tremenda, well, you know what Rex Tremenda does. It can add back any Fiendsmith card. So you're just gonna add back the Tract. So you do all of that next turn again. Remember, this was a 1-card combo. You have 4 other cards in hand, so usually your hand would look like this. And these can be hand traps or other engines, etc. And this is going to be a great sequence into the other topic that I want to talk about. What do I think is the strongest engine to pair pure Fiendsmith with currently? And my answer is going to be Primite. I tested this a lot, the Primite Fiendsmith build, and it is extremely strong simply because of this card. Primite Roar makes it so that Primite Lordly Load, and I don't have the guy here right now. Give me a second. I have it here. That Primite Dragon Ether Barrel. So I just got these cards so I can do the combo. But essentially, what this does is, oh yeah, I also played it with Izunas. Essentially, what this does is, it makes it so that if you run 3 Tract, 3 Engraver, 2 Lacrima, you only need 2 because either Barrel is a stronger normal summon. It makes it so that you have 7 more Fiendsmith starters. Actually 8 because of Deputy, which is another Light Fiend. So you have like 8 more starters, and then suddenly your deck gets very, very consistent because you do run 3 Tract, you run 2 Lacrima, you run 3 Engraver, you run the Lurry, you have Primite Dragon Ether Barrel, you have Lordly Load, you have Roar, you have Deputy. So suddenly your Fiendsmith deck has the same consistency as a Yummy deck. And even more pushes so, because Yummy only has really like 3 pushes, which is like Surprise, the Marshmallow, and the normal summon. But this, like in a pure form. But this has more pushes. Like you have Tract, you have Engraver, you have a normal summon, you have the Primate card. You have more pushes in this case, which is really strong. And now you might be wondering, well, how the fuck is the Ether Barrel a 1-card combo? Because Primate Roar says you don't need to control any monsters or activate this, or you have to control no monsters. So obviously, if you start with Lordly Load, you can add the Roar and then use Roar Special Summon Deputy. So how do we do this with the Ether Barrel? Well, very simple. I'm going to show it to you, obviously. We normal summon the Ether Barrel. We use the effect of Ether Barrel that sets the Lordly Load. We activate the Lordly Load at the Primate Roar. And from this point onward, we are going to use the effect of Ether Barrel, call it Deputy. I think you don't have to call anything, actually. Oh yeah, you just tribute it for cost, very important, and then you chain the Primate Roar, call Deputy. And what happens then is you are obviously able to special summon the Deputy. Where's the Deputy? Deputy. And then this one does not resolve unless you have another normal monster, which we have because in this deck we play Driver for a very specific reason. But yeah, this is just show you like how many more starters you can achieve with this build. And it's also really strong and grindy and very resilient to hand traps. Which is why I like it a lot. And the full board is very hard to break, which is what I'm showing you now. I'm showing you what one Lordly Load or one Ether Barrel in this case does. I kind of want to show it to you with Lordly Load though, because having a normal summon makes it even stronger. So let me get the good old card here, the what's the Drone Bird that I use for my normal summon. There it is. So this is going to be a discard for Rex Tremenda, a normal summon, and Primate Lordly Load. So we use the effect of Lordly Load to get the Primate Roar. Then we use the effect of Primate Roar, call Deputy. And then we use the Deputy, which is a Light Fiend. We now do the same combo that you saw me doing earlier with the 1 track before. But it's going to be very different in the end, and you'll see why. We use the Lacrima to put the carry. I'll make this a little bit quicker now. we equip this, we banish the carry. I'm not going to explain why. You can gladly scroll back if you want to. I just want to make this a little bit quicker because it's, yeah. We normal summon this, make the sequence, use the effect of sequence, shuffling back this. Make the Tremende discard, put the engraver. Then we are going to use these two for Agnum Day. Agnum Day is getting the Tremende is getting back the engraver. Now you use the sequence. Make this, discard this, Paradise, random draw. Use the engraver, shuffle back the sequence. Alright, so now we have Caesar. We use the Agnum Day to get the Tremende on the board. So we have Tremende, Paradise, and Caesar. So this is the board. But we are forgetting a little thing here, which is the Primite Roar. It has a second effect. I'll show it to you on the screen so you can read it, but I'll read it to you. You can... Oh, wait. If your opponent normal summons a monster, you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target a normal monster that you control or in your graveyard. Banish one monster from the field with less attack than the monster. So, now you may be saying, well, Mr. Senoi, this deputy has 0/0 attack and defense. What the fuck are we doing? We use the effect of Lordly Lord to call the one and only Psy-Frame Driver. Because in this deck, it's a very nice thing to play Gamma, because you have so many like options where you can use Gamma. So yeah, if you want to see a deck profile, by the way, then leave a comment down below. I am very glad to make a deck profile on this. I theory craft a lot with that deck, and I'll gladly do a deck profile if you guys want to see that. But what we have here in terms of interruptions is even more than we had before, because we now have the Primate War as additional interruption to all of that what was mentioned before. This gets even crazier because you realize this was a normal summon, so we still have the Lacrima in the graveyard. And well, what you could do theoretically is, because Primate War says target a monster, normal monster you control or in your graveyard, and then banish the Primate War to banish a monster. You can theoretically link these two off to special summon. I don't have it sleeved right now, so bear with me. But you can special summon the IP Masquerena, and then in the opponent turn you can use the effect of Lacrima, shuffling itself to special summon the Agnum Day, and then Agnum Day is going to special summon the Tremende. And what you have now is even more interruptions on top of that. And I don't think, again, all of this comes from one Lordly Load, right? So, and a normal summon if you want to call it that. But a one Lordly Load does all of that. So the enemy normal summons, for example, Lucius. You chain Primate Roar, target the Psy-Frame Driver, and banish the Lucius. Doesn't matter what the fuck they add. They go like K2, negate. They go Rahu, negate. They go 5 mana. 5 mana, pitch, I don't fucking know. Pan, what else do they have? Pan, and another like Lucius in hand or something. I don't know, like a hand trap. I don't fucking know. They make Arthelion. Then they go chaining one Arthelion to grab back something, and then chaining 2 Pan, chaining 3, like 5 mana or some shit. On this, you go chaining 4 IP Masquerena, link this and Caesar off because the Caesar doesn't have materials anymore, and make the SP Little Knight, which is also not sleeved, so bear with me. And then the Pan tried to pop any monster here, but it doesn't matter because this is unaffected because it's still equipped to the Agnum Day, and this is not being destroyed because of the effect of IP. So nothing can be destroyed here. Then you go effect SP Little Knight, banish anything that he set with the Pen or the 5 mana, it doesn't matter. And then if he still cooks further, you can use the effect of IP, banish something till the end phase. If he still has something, you let him cook a little bit. You use the effect of Fiendsmith in Paradise. You get everything to the graveyard. And then if he still continues to do something, you can still use the effect of Fiendsmith in Paradise. to send the Fiendsmith Deadery, and then the Deadery is going to shuffle back the Deputy to send any card. And then if they out your Tremender, obviously, I'll say it to you again, you can just add back the Engraver, doesn't fucking matter. Do you have one card again for next combo, and this is all one Lordly Load, and you have 4 other cards in hand. Well, I'm glad I could show you this. If you liked the video, if you want to see more Cook with Fiendsmith or even other engines, I'm very interested in the newer archetypes. Not so much in Enneacrab, but the other one. So yeah, if you want to see something from me, then just leave a comment down below. If you want to see a deck profile to my Primite Fiendsmith deck, leave a comment below as well. And yeah, if you like this video, then leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out a lot. And well, have a great day and see you until next video. Goodbye.